In today's show, I want to literally go through this lens, climb through this lens, out in the screen, grab you through the neck and say, mate, stop beating yourself up. Hi everyone, this is Enzo. Welcome to episode 18 of season 2 of the Race Driver Coach Show, and we must be nearing the end of season 2 actually. I don't know when the finish date is because I do these videos as soon as I'm in the office and when I'm in. So I can't say we're going to do 3, 4, 5, 10 more this year before the end of the season stops, but we're getting there. So with this in mind, on the way back on the plane, I shortlisted some questions. And at the moment, I've got 6. So at the moment, it looks like there might be 6 more episodes, but I'm going to try and do a few more. It depends how long I'm in the office or how often I'm in the office for. So these 6 are going to take us to the end. And I've actually got about 25 that I really want to answer, but a lot of them, 19 of them will move on to season 3, unless I get some barnstorming questions or a show I've got to do about something, and then I'll get it in this season. But I just want to let you know that we're nearing the end because I like to stop before the end of the year. So then I can do a product or something for you guys to learn from and take away with you. It was the Get the Drive last time. That was my big project that I did, and I had to have a big off season for that. And I'll do another one this winter, which actually I've pretty much written already. It was supposed to come out earlier in the year. You probably heard me mention it before, but I paused. I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to get things in place before I got this next product out. But the next product is on the mind. It's showing you how you can perform at your best and become the warrior. That's really the theme of it. I can't wait to get it out. I keep adding things. I might do it in sections. So I do the big intro. It's free for everybody. And then have chapters that I sell separately, for each different individual problems that drivers have. I don't know. It might be that. It might be a book in one go. It might be just an audio in one go. I don't know. We've got to get our head around it. I'm not going to rush it, but that'll probably be out in January or something. But that's why I need the off season. Need all the time I can get to write this book or do this audio program, whatever it's going to be. So these list of questions, I got them. And the one that stood out the most today when I looked down, because literally I only just decided about 5 minutes ago what question I'm going to answer. I don't even have a script or anything. I just look at it, go, you know what? I feel like hitting that question today. And this one was from Bradley. And I haven't got it in front of me, so I'm even trying to remember, but I'll put it up how it was actually worded. But really, it was Bradley asking, how can I stop beating myself up? And how can I stop these negative thoughts coming into my mind when I really don't need them? And then he goes on to explain a little bit of his situation, that things are not really happening as he wanted. That's it. Right there, Bradley. You said it. When we have set like a foundation, like these rules that are in place and what success means to you, yet you don't reach them. You don't reach them expectations. You don't get the results that you feel like you actually deserved, even though you put your work in. It's hard, man. That's where the self-belief starts to take a knock. Because you can have a question come in. When you're in that situation, things are not happening. It can be frustration. It can be anger. It can be depression. It can be just loss of faith. And then your brain starts to say, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. And you'll have like flashes of what other people have said in the past. Like, oh, maybe you should do your studies first or do this or do that. And this is all echoing around the head. And it can get some momentum. It can then take you down a path where it's hard to get out of. Because you've given it so much energy, that thought. But I just want to stop you right there, Bradley, and everybody out there, because we all have these times when we've got to do something or we're doing something and we're not really sure and we're talking ourselves out of it. We've got the voice back again. First of all, understand this, that voice that's in your head, it may be in your voice, your tonality, and it's in your head, but it's been put there by somebody else. It's somebody else's voice. It's probably a parent's negative belief. It's probably hearing somebody else far away. You just heard it on TV or something. It's there. And what if I'm not good enough? It's that's been put into your brain, but then you've just repeated it at a time that's really important for you to actually step up. not to defeat yourself. So I want you to understand that we're pretty much on automatic pilot. We think we're in control. We really do. But we're not. We've taken in all this information, all the experience in life. So you'll even go back to times that you did mess up and back up the fact that you're probably not good enough, because you can back it up. You can stack all the reasons up you want that you're maybe not good enough for something. You can do that. But really, it's all this experience has been taken into your hard drive, and it's just swimming around. And if you want to access it, if one just pops up and says, am I actually good enough? Is this right for me? The brain will probably come up with a question or an answer to that question that supports it and says, yeah, you're crap. You're rubbish. You're no good at it. Do something else. It'll just come out with something. So I want you to understand that first, it's not your voice. This automatic pilot that you're driving right now, it's all been put in there. The way you view the world, what you believe is reality, has been shown you by just your parents, by schooling, by life. Everybody else believes it, so I kind of believe there's a Santa Claus, that kind of thing, right? Until you're told there isn't, and then your reality changes. We don't even know what reality is. Don't get me off on that. But understand now, phone's going off again. Understand now that the voice has been put there by someone else, even though it sounds like it's yours, it's not. So you're like, oh, okay, interesting. And secondly, that voice that's come in, that thought, that negative thought, it can come in, but what you do with it is more important. Are you going to dwell on it, hold it, believe it, or are you going to say, that's an interesting thought, that negative thought, that's interesting, but actually I am good enough. Actually, I've shown it in the past, and you start to stack up the reasons in the past that you've succeeded. Tiny things, doesn't matter, just stack them all up and actually say, you know what, I've got a library of experiences here, a whole book of experiences showing you that I am good enough. I know I am. So that negative thought can then go away. It's like, thanks for that thought, but actually, no, I don't need it. You don't give it any energy. Everything that comes in, it's up to you how long you hang on to it for. So I want you, as a little strategy, just a really quick video, this one. A little strategy is 90-second rule. When you're in the car, in the cart, on the bike, and you're racing, 90 seconds is a long time. That's like another lap. So you need to bring down negative thoughts to about 2 or 3 seconds, or a mistake that you've done at the last corner to about 2 or 3 seconds. But in life, I want you to have the 90-second rule that, you know what, no matter what's happening, no matter what's thrown at me, I'm going to swim in the crap for a little bit, 90 seconds, but then I'm going to resolve it. I'm not going to hang on to it. Is it doing me any good? That's a question. As soon as it comes in, right, this negative thought, is this thought helping me or holding me back? I don't think it's ever going to be helping me. Maybe it'll make me prepare more, but really it's not. It doesn't belong in your head. And the quicker you release it and just watch the thought go by and let go like a cloud, and then it changes into something else for the positive, the better. Because believe me, when things are not going right, which I think is what's really going on here, Bradley, when you're not getting the results that you really wanted or you expected, you have these high standards, but you didn't quite get there. And no matter how much work you put in, the luck is just not falling your way. You can do that. You can be in self-pity. You can be in mental self-harm. It's like you feel like you deserve it. It's like you just want to ground yourself. But really, I want you to look me in the eyes now, or if you listen to me on the podcast, look at me in the ear, doesn't make sense, and tell me, do you really believe you can do it though? Do you know there's something inside, this kid inside with this dream that could actually pull it off? If they just had a bit more luck, if they just spoke to the right person, if they're in the right person, right time, right place, right time, and you learn the skill a little bit better, do you think you could really do it? You know you can. So deep inside, you know that you deserve more. Deep inside, you know that you're not going to settle. You may have to go off course, earn money elsewhere to come back to racing. That's fine. You've still got the big goal in place. But I just want to say to you, that little boy inside that was like 2 or 3 years old, that saw the world and saw it all as a big possibility, that's the person you need to get back to. That's the one that's going to win it. It's everybody else's crap that's been put on you. The people at school, their small-minded mentality. The people on TV, your friends maybe, your parents. The expectations of your parents, even though they want the best for you, they're just there to keep you safe. So they'll be telling you things to take it a bit steadier. So if you strip back all of these things you've learned since you were 3 years old, you're left with the pure you, and the pure you is the person that can and will do it if they just maintain the positive mentality. If they maintain the gratitude for what they've got, the platform, realize that they're not 7 billion in the world. In fact, you're probably in the top 10% of the most privileged people to even be in a race car in the first place. So you've got to slap yourself around the face here to a certain extent. Don't hurt yourself. And when the thoughts come in, because they will come in because your brain just throws it out, it's how you deal with it. You've got to become a mental martial artist. So when it comes, you parry it away. You give it another meaning. You back up the evidence to blast it out of your head. There's so many ways. You stack up the reasons why you're good enough. You are grateful every single day. Make sure every single day for at least 4 minutes, you are just looking around. So you know what? I'm so grateful for this house, this roof I've got over my head. I'm so grateful for this heart that beats without me even asking it to. This liver that filters. My hands, I've got them. A lot of people haven't. I can do a lot with these. It's hard for you to understand or to allow your mind to go to negativity, to depression and that if you just make sure that you condition yourself here, because this is like a muscle. What you condition, part of the brain you condition, it grows. It becomes better. And your positive side, and it's not being positive. It's not just thinking, this is great. It's reality. You've got this one chance. So what are you going to do? You've got a choice. You can either have these negative thoughts, which you're going to have anyway, right? That's a no-brainer. No-brainer. It's coming in. What the hell are you going to do about it? Are you going to give it energy? Say it's this small to start with, and you dwell on it. The more you dwell on it, the more you back it up with things you messed up in the past, the bigger it gets, the more that becomes your reality. Or, this is a choice. You can let that come in at this big again. It starts to grow because you feel sorry for yourself and you want to feel sorry for yourself because you're getting something from everything you do, by the way. Whether you're self-harming or anything, there's always a positive intent, believe it or not. Your mind's doing it for a reason. So it grows a bit, but then you stop. 90 seconds. You stop. Give it a different meaning. Realize, is this helping me or is it holding me back? Looking at my hand. Stack up the reasons why you are good enough, what you've done in the past. You know you've got an inkling of talent in there that you've shown now and then, and people are, there it is. This starts to go down. And focus on what needs to be bloody done. Less feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, it's come in. Oh, woe is me. No. That thought's come in. I ain't got time for it. I've got some stuff to get done here. I've got to call 10 sponsors today. I've got to get out and find a race team that can run me for cheap. I ain't got time for these negative thoughts. So if you've got negative thoughts, it's also a fact that you're maybe not busy enough. Things are not happening quick enough. You're not busy enough. And the brain has got time to swim around and feel sorry for itself. So get busier. Make sure there's no white spaces on that calendar, on that schedule for the day. You make sure you fill that day with forward moving progression, and the brain is thinking, what next? What next? Oh, I took a failure. So what? I've got something else in an hour, another meeting. I'll try that. That's how life's got to be. That's how you move forward. You've got to be so busy to keep active in this world and get what you want in this world. It's not even, most people don't even know. They think, yeah, I tried hard. I did 3 hours work today on researching. No researching, more action, outward results. Your results speak louder than everything. And I don't mean on the track, I mean off the track. Get the body moving, get it motivated. Start the day in the right way with gratitude, focusing on what you want, focusing on the great things you've done, the people in your life, and just get to it. You're on that hamster wheel. If you're on the hamster wheel that's spinning and you've got slight negative thoughts, you're going to trip up. Life is going to bully you around. But if you're up, ready, you're running slightly even faster than that hamster wheel, focusing on the next thing, you ain't got time to think negative thoughts. So, hard to put all this down into one very short video, but basically they're going to come in. Negative thoughts are going to come in. What you do with it is the secret. And the better you get at this, the better you come at batting them away. Using them, maybe they're telling you a message. Maybe it's say prepare more. Fine. Done it. Thanks for that message. Got it. And also realize it's not your voice. It's somebody else's voice. It's in your tonality. It's in your head. But some other dick put it there for you. It was their negative belief. It was their fear. And they put it into you by the way they talked to you or the way they acted or the way you're seeing everybody else act around you. If that's the case, change your environment. There's a lot to do here. But at the end of the day, it's all down to you. Negative beliefs will come and go. You won't.